In the most ancient Hebrew or Jewish community, you have what is called the Merkabah. The Merkabah is a symbol and a teaching. When I say a symbol and a teaching, I mean like how the cross, that symbol, is a symbol and it has the teachings that goes with it. Of course, that's Christianity. So the cross is a symbol, and there's also the teachings that goes with that cross, which is Christianity. This is how the Merkabah is. It's a symbol, that symbol representing something, and the wisdom that goes with that symbol. So the Merkabah is two things. Now the teachings aspect of the Kabbah. This is your ancient Kabbalah in Zohar, or your ancient Jewish mysticism teachings. This has to do with the alchemy and sacred geometry of the light body being born out. This light body being the vehicle for the consciousness and the way to higher places of existence or higher planes of consciousness. Now that's the teachings in a nutshell. I'll go more in depth. Now in regards to the symbol, the Merkabah as a symbol is known as the Shield of David or Star of David. In the ancient times, Magen David. Now, the Magen David or Shield of David is two opposite three-dimensional triangles that are interlocked, or a star tetrahedron. So in perspective, the Merkabah or Star of David is a teaching and a symbol. The symbol represents a real thing that's hidden to the eye. Now I want to start with the symbol and where it is in reality, and then I'll get to the knowledge of it. Now, the Shield of David and the Star of David are two separate things. I'm going to say that again. The Shield of David and the Star of David are two separate things. The Star of David is on the shield, or a part of it. Now the shield, this is the sacrum or sacrum, which is the bottom part of your spine. And that is the most primordial part of it. It's what controls reproduction, what controls the bowels, or the Lord of Flies. It's what controls orgasm and the life coming forth. We're speaking of the sacrum, the Shield of David. Now the Star of David is at the bottom of the shield, the bottom of the sacrum. Now, if you go to the bottom of the sacrum, the coccyx and the sacral hiatus together make the Star of David, or the Merkabah. And there lies your 6-point star, or two opposite interlocked three-dimensional triangles. Now look closely at the first bone of the coccyx. It contains 4 points of the star, and the rest of the coccyx makes for the bottom point of the star. Now the sacral hiatus, which is right above the coccyx, this is the top point of the star. And the sacral hiatus is the most important part, because this is what most of the teachings, when I say the teachings, we're speaking of the mysticism, the sacred geometry and alchemy. The sacral hiatus is the part that most of the teachings are centered around. Now, let's get into the mysticism or the teachings. The sacral hiatus is where the spinal nerve endings come out and connect with the prostate. The prostate is the philosopher's stone, or where the divine substance comes from. Now, the divine substance is seminal fluid, and this is the spirit of a new soul or conscious. And this is all of our beginnings, meaning everyone you see. They manifested forth from the prostate as seminal fluid, and of course raised up all the sperm cells below in their father and was ejaculated out. Now, the seminal fluid, which is the light body, is a vehicle for the consciousness and the sperm cells in it. They are the fallen angels, are the words. I say words because sperm cell are seeds that are planted into its soil, which is egg cell, and born out, physically speaking, words. I guess the seed of a dog is barks, meaning we don't have to classify them all as sperm cells. We can classify them as their sound, or what sounds they make, this being the language, when it's born out. Now, as I said, the seminal fluid or light body is a vehicle for the conscious and the sperm cells in it. That's what's meant when it says the Merkaba or light body is a vehicle and can take the soul or mind to higher planes of consciousness. It is speaking about the egg cell, which is the precursor to the body and precursor to the physical world. And this is the higher planes of consciousness. Of course, there's many physical worlds on higher planes of existence above us. You have solar bodies, galactic bodies, universal bodies, so on and so forth. I'm sorry, I mean so on and so forth. Now, the prostate is where seminal fluid emerges from. Seminal fluid being a new soul in its light body. And this comes from orgasm or nirvana, which is the realm of bliss and pleasures, or simply put, heaven. So orgasm is heaven, or the realm that all newborn souls come from before they're ejaculated out by the Father. Hopefully that's clear. Orgasm, or heaven, or nirvana, or coming is twofold, meaning as consciousness or a soul, we can orgasm souls or spirits from heaven into physical life. Or we as souls ourselves, male and female, can orgasm back to heaven or nirvana. Basically, come back. Coming or orgasm is twofold, like a tide. He who hath an ear, salam. If you'd like to give back for this deep, sacred knowledge that was just bestowed upon you, you can press the title of the video, and all of my links are there. If you've been a long time follower of mine, and you have yet to pay your tithes or give back, you can visit my website, upscaleknowledge.org. I have a purchase a tithe section in the shop. Salam, shalom.